Welcome to a special episode of We Have the Corona, where Tim tries to survive DMing whilst being sick, unfortunately. But hopefully we'll get there. But we won't get there with any excitement or emotion in the voice. It's just going to be monotone the entire time out. So all NPCs are going to be very grey today.
That's fine. I'm gonna freak out either way, so it's fine.
We had a bit of a split last time that we played, where Charles Tanworth and Oscar, left the city together with Kinnan to do a crazy old man's bidding of gathering herbs, and as they had been told, it was quite dangerous. There was an owlbear. They were also hungry because they decided that they wanted to have a very frisky night with a lot of drinking prior to having to leave. Having no gear, no rations, no real idea of how to do anything outside of the city, they venture out, find themselves a deer that had been damaged and was missing a leg, and then ended up eating it, which they later found out to have been the owlbear's food that they stole. So the next day, the owlbear comes and almost kills Oscar completely. However, Kinnan, able to weave his sorcery point into magic, was able to use one last bit of oomph to down it. The other two are waiting back at home to be called in to a gala. They have decided to protect, I guess, a woman, Liza Visson, as she goes on what the party seems to think to be a fuckfest, more or less. But we'll see what actually happens. So it's currently the 15th of spring, somewhere mid-afternoon, or noon, as the bear falls down on the ground, drops Oscar out of its beak. Kinnan runs up towards him and just shakes him. He's not awake! He's not awake, but I think he's alive. I think he's alive, Charles.
Is he breathing?
Takes a while before he kind of pops up behind the large husk of the owlbear. Yeah, he's breathing, but it's... Yeah, he is. Do you think you can run down the old man and tell him to come back?
No, I think I'd rather stay with both of you in case anything else happens. He said meet him back and he'll pay us double, so...
I don't think he said anything about paying double.
Didn't he? No. Either way, we can meet him back at his place.
Well, speaking about double, I'm pretty certain this thing can go for quite a nice penny.
How are we going to get it back?
That, my friend, is a good question. How much do you think it weighs?
More than 5 pounds.
That is a shitty estimate, Charles.
Well,
but,
I'm right.
You are. It's also bigger than my finger.
That you. Oh, finger. Okay. We go and we take part of its claw or its hand to show proof that we killed it, and then we can post something up at the guild, and we can have some of the people come and help us, and we'll give them a cut for helping us bring it in and actually get it into the city.
I was thinking something similar that wasn't involving the fire and blazed, but we can still do it your way, I guess. It's probably going to be more costly.
What was your?
I've got a friend who knows how to cast this weird floating disc that can carry quite a lot. And I'm thinking maybe we can prop this up and then just have him walk it in.
I'm sure we could, yeah. Yeah, we could do that. I think, yes, saving the coin would be good. We may get in some good graces with the Fire and Grace doing it my way, but I think for now, coin is more important. We can worry about getting in their favor once we can worry about feeding ourselves consistent.
I agree. He kind of looks down, takes Oscar's hands. You take his feet and I'll take the arms.
Sure. And
Yep.
I
And
hope.
it's like you walk, and then because his head is hanging down, you probably hear it thunk.
And me and Kinnan are weak as
Thunk.
fuck. I have 7 strength, and Kinnan probably also has somewhere like 8 or 7. So
Kinnan seems to be holding his part of
Nice.
Oscar quite well. Luckily enough, it's not a large man, but a rather slender, well-built one that you're carrying.
it's a good
Meanwhile-
thing that Genie gave me youth. I would have thrown my back out.
Meanwhile, back at what I believe the Lonely Darling, I'm assuming you don't really have anywhere else to go back to.
Well,
You-
I mean, I did.
You're not
spend the
in the
night-
palace yet, Sarah.
No.
Oh yeah, no,
No,
that's true.
but I
You
did
did
spend
spend
the
your
day-
night somewhere
night.
else. Yes,
Mm.
yes, you did. So, I think that noon is probably a good time for when Violet comes in to the tavern, and you're there, having spent most of the morning alone.
Just look up at her and like, morning? Right, well, like look and then look to the window like, evening, I guess. That's
Evening.
because it's past breakfast time, I would assume, right?
It's 12 in the morning, or,
Oh, okay.
förmiddag,
Like,
sort
yeah.
of lunchtime.
Good day, I guess. Yeah, a day. Yeah, it's passing slow or fast. I don't know. It's just
Depends. For me, it was kind of whatever. Yeah. How are you?
it's a bit of a spring in your step.
All right.
That's good. Good. Use the positive.
So what
You're
did
hungry?
you do?
As I
I'm
like,
hungry. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I wave someone over. Like, I don't know. Just been thinking. Nothing really useful. Just nervous about the mission.
Yeah. Question is, are you overthinking bad stuff?
Just thinking about things that could go wrong. So yes, overthinking it.
Like what? I don't think anything's gonna go wrong. No.
Excuse me, what can I get you? You see a middle-aged woman standing with a note tab.
Yeah. Surprise me. Yeah, surprise me. I'm okay with that.
We're
Something to
not
drink.
allowed to surprise customers unless they specify a price range.
Oh. Something in the cost of milk and ale.
I'm sorry, madam, but ale is very undefined. Could you give me a hard currency-ish? Are we talking a silver? A gold?
5 silver at the most.
She nods. And you, sir?
I'll just have whatever the cheapest ale you have.
And she walks away.
Cheapest. So if you're actually, let's say that your bad possibilities come true, the last thing you drink is cheap ale. Is that right?
All right. I don't. I've had my share of finer ales and wines. I'm happy with this.
How old are you, man? Seriously.
I feel very old, but I'm
Yeah.
still relatively young.
Yeah.
And you? I don't think you've ever said.
Yeah. 19. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So I'm pretty young. So it's cool.
It's great to be young.
Yeah. So you're 50?
I think I feel 50, but no. Not quite as old. But I got a couple of years on you.
Okay. Yeah. Fair. Cool.
I honestly thought that Violet was like 30 plus and just acted like she did.
No. She is so
It's
young.
it's so much better knowing that she is that young rather than it being like
It's
34
just
and
Sarah.
acting. Yeah.
No.
Oh, jeebus.
Oh gosh. So yeah. I think you should just take it a little bit chill, a little bit more.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's hard. You know, just a couple of weeks ago we were hanging. And that's...
Yeah, that happened.
Should add that into the calendar as well.
But yes, that's... No need to dwell on it, I suppose.
Exactly. I mean, nobody else is.
Aye, it's true.
Yeah.
What about you? Are you nervous about the mission?
I don't know. I haven't actually thought about it. That's the thing. Like,
I wouldn't recommend it.
yeah, cause I'm kind of at the same time that like it did seem like a weird sex cult or something like that. I don't know.
Did seem weird that what they mentioned, but I
Yeah.
don't really know what they're doing.
People raise their heads
Like-
and look towards you.
I imagine they sit behind us and they're like they're just backing up closer. Like, what did you say?
Can I join?
I don't know what they do in the really higher parts of the upper societies, but
Yeah, me neither.
weird.
But
Maybe
you
it's
know,
normal here. Who knows?
I mean, we have to learn, right? Because if I'm gonna turn into the queen, then I mean, gotta start working.
True. Yeah, you got to learn what they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just there to see, so I guess I wish I could write while we're there. It's much easier when you can get your thoughts down, but
What, your journal?
well, it's a collection of rags, but and then I usually lose the pages anyways, but just getting it down is usually nice. Just
Why
to
do you lose the pages?
I don't know. They just, 1 minute you're writing on the table, you turn around, and then maybe the paper's gone, or maybe put it in your pocket, goes in another set of clothes. Sometimes they just disappear, but
Do you
after
have
writing
a
it down,
stalker?
I don't think so, no.
God damn it.
And they sort of like look around to the door, like, not that I think is following me right now, though.
Because I'm really trying to get one. That's the best way to gain reputation.
I don't think you'd want people following you like they did me, but
Oh. Yeah, no. I mean that, you write down your stories and they come and take it and then they read it and then they compose a beautiful song for you and serenade you late at night when the crows are, crowing and all of that stuff and people are banging on the walls and like, shut up! Yeah.
maybe you could write some stories down, and when we're here, you could always share them to people, hand them out, see if spread it
Don't
out one
give
by
Sarah
one.
this idea. Don't give Sarah this idea.
Maybe you were talking with the bard. Maybe just talk to the bard, and he can spread the word for you.
Oh, yeah.
And there's going to be
talked
more
to him
bards, surely.
yesterday.
Insight check, I guess. Well, I'm sure he would be willing to help. Spread the word.
Yeah.
We haven't done that much, I guess, yet. But I mean, better to prepare and be ready for when we do achieve something greater.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing.
I hope so.
We still need a group name.
Maybe the bards are pretty good at figuring those things out.
Oh.
So maybe he could help us with that.
Yeah. I can always come with suggestions.
We could always have a temporary one as well. Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
a fixture.
The temporaries.
The placeholders.
The fist? That sounds nasty. Let's not go with that one.
I don't think you want to bring that to the party. It's gonna be a bad scene.
Maybe not.
Out
oldies
from
and the
the
cutie?
kitchen comes a large platter of a myriad of smaller things. You know, sometimes you can order a chalk platter and you get different types of it. But this is like, there's a cupcake, there's some cookies, there's a piece of like ham with mustard, there's a bowl of cereal, there's a bowl of ramen. There's just a lot of very different things for you that comes out and is placed in front of you, together with like 2 types of wine, 3 types of ale, and places it in front of you.
Sort of like look at her quizzically, like.
She said surprise.
Hi.
Yeah.
You think?
Just just thank the admirer afterwards. Thank you.
She places the ale in front of Joshua and walks away.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Violet is completely. She's like, oh my gosh, this is some nice fellow who has bestowed this on me. Yeah, I start eating.
Yep.
Let's start drinking.
And sharing with Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua sort of looks at the food and like probably takes a piece, but doesn't take more.
This is like when you order, those meals for 2 or more,
Yeah.
and she gets everything herself. So there's, a lot. You sit and you eat and you mingle and such.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything particularly that you want to have had done today?
No, I don't think Joshua doesn't have any errands necessarily. Like maybe tomorrow he would like to sort of just check in at the church, but
Yep. Don't you dare say the bard, Sarah.
How am I going to say bard without saying bard?
What would you have liked to have done today? The bard.
No, but I was gonna see if I could, I don't know, flirt with a famous storyteller.
Just ask all the bards that come in, do you do stories? Do you do stories?
Or you need material. I'm here.
Sure, you can definitely flirt.
Yeah.
The old man who's currently the bard is actually not very not a good recipient, I guess is the word for it.
Oh.
He seems to wanting to be focused on his own stories rather than having to chat with you.
Oh.
I don't need another muse right now. Go away.
Yeah. And around 5 or so hours later, Charles comes in with a unconscious Oscar on his shoulder, bleeding from, or dried blood from most orifices, several wounds, and seemingly alive.
I just rush up, like probably knock down the tankard or glasses of all the time, like oops, and then just rush over to him and start assessing his wounds. Like, what happened?
Albert, it got him, said Charles, and it
Got him?
It ran off with. He's alive, but barely. Do you have anything? I saw you.
Put him down. Put him down. Like
I'll clear the table a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am definitely just sweeping it.
And I sort of like look at the wounds, like sort of try and see where the claw marks are and the bites, and sort of like
You'd
assess
probably
them.
see like a lot of blood over here, so it's kind of hard to tell whether it's like a shoulder, like a neck.
What do you think that you're doing inside of my tavern? Take that bloody rag outside.
Joshua ignores this, like he's just fully focused on
we
Oscar.
need a minute. I'll clean up.
No,
You
it's
will
okay,
not
it's
take
okay.
a minute.
Let's-
You are taking
Come
him
on,
outside
come on.
now.
Let's take him. Come on. And I'll just usher us outward, and I will see if I can remember the way to the bard.
No, you cannot.
Damn it!
I'm going to take my coin purse out and I'm going to pull out 40 silver and I'm going to put it down and just say,
Sure.
just let him get it stabilized.
Do you really think that I give two shits about money? No. This is the, like, as you turn, you see the tavern owner standing there. This is not the place for this. The middle of a
Then
tavern.
let's go somewhere else. We can't waste time bickering.
If he
get it,
survives,
like-
however long you've dragged him here, he's gonna survive another minute. Get him
And
outside.
We're gonna just start walking him out then, and I'm gonna scoop my money back up off the table. I'm going to specify this, and going to leave the tap.
Yeah. You come outside, and I mean, there's benches and there's places that can be put down. Nothing is really sanitary, but again, like he's been stable the entire way, so it's not a rush.
But like, he's pretty bad. So even if he's stable, like it's still a lot of wounds, right?
He is
Yeah.
definitely wounded. Yeah.
So I look over the wounds and sort of put my hands on like the most focused spots, and then just like close my eyes and pray to Serpanthia and cast Cure Wounds on second level.
Nice. The healing energies leave you and crit with healing? What? Nice.
That's
68.
It seems a bit weird. It shouldn't be that much. It should just be the 18. I would
And it's rolling minus strength. So that needs to be fixed.
I'll check off the dice and roll it manually so we can look at that. Yeah.
No, it's fine. It is 17. Like it's there. It's just that it was rolling the extras.
Yeah.
And it's rolling 3d8s. It shouldn't.
On cure, no, because it should be 2d8s. But yeah.
It might be. Don't tell me that.
It's probably the casting modifier has been turned to strength, maybe.
Modifier is no. There's only a few of them that seems to have, and you can't seem to edit them either.
Ooh, I found out how to do mana.
Interesting. Okay, this was not good.
Please hold. We have taken.
You right click it to edit it. Okay.
Oh.
That's how you do it.
Okay.
It's weird that you roll more d8s, like it because it just says 1d8 and then.
Yes.
Yeah, and you just add it says 1d8 and roll 3. Maybe because it crit, it rolled an extra die.
Now it rolls 1 and then 1 and then the crit part.
Crit.
So we can remove this, and then do this, and then do this again. Okay. That's a weird output, but yeah, you put you put your hands on his chest, and he regains enough HP to not be continuously bleeding out of his orifices.
Yeah. Can I do a medicine to see how, like, because obviously
Yes.
it's been a while since he got here. Are the wounds like infected? Are there like signs of inflammation or like things that will start to fester in the wounds?
It was in its mouth and it was eating a deer before.
Roll me,
Yeah,
please.
And then we'll get it there. Medicine is not too bad, but
He needs rest and some clean bandages, and probably just have his wounds cleaned.
we need to take him someplace where we can clean the wounds. I've closed the bleeding, and he should be better, but can't let this linger. It will fester and...
Do you know if there's a church or somewhere we can bring him?
Does my local like chapter take treatments, or like is it more for congregations?
Even if they're not
sermons?
like treating them, like just giving us a space of like, we need.
The
You know,
big
please help.
church are not going to take
No.
it in. There
There's one of
is
them, yeah.
a church close by, and that church is probably going to let you use its beds. And it's the one you've probably gone to it. You can't really remember what it is. It is a bit to walk, but definitely better than nothing.
Yeah. I think I have a place that may have some space, but I start like leading. Please carry him, and I start leading towards the place.
Yeah, I'll carry him.
Over the shoulder like a sack of flour.
Yeah, kind of.
The strongest party in the strongest in the party.
I'm gonna just test a thing here. What happens if I do this? Nothing to request. Okay. You carry him over to the temple. Could I have a D2, please?
Yes. 1d2. It's 1.
Then can I have a D20?
Whichever one is better, use that one.
What about mine? Fuck.
Oh, it has to be Oscar. No. Just imagine coming into like a church and they're like, oh, we need help, and we open the doors and there's just a church wedding going on. Like, oh.
This is a temple to Lucian. And I would like us to roll a history or a religion, because we actually haven't had that before.
History or religion, you said?
Religion.
Why does it auto roll with advantage?
Oh, mine. Oh, I think it's top left. You have to. No. It's rolling 2, but I guess it's only highlighting 1.
It's like in. Do all of you have +0 almost? Shit, boys. No,
I'm not a smart man.
like in Roll20 when it rolls 2, and it's just automatically set to that thing.
Yeah, because on the top left you can mark advantage on or disadvantage on, but they're both not activated. So.
I guess it just highlights the left or right die.
What do you mean nothing to request?
Foundry being a little mean.
That's exactly what it does. Why does it roll 2 dice? There's the toggle.
Okay. And we go in here. Somebody can go ahead and read this part about Lucian. I think now, depending on how this actually works, let me see if I'm able to do what I want to be able to do. No, I am not. Okay. I'm posting the text because I actually don't think I have this. please read that somebody read that out loud while I'm.
Yeah, unless anyone else wants it, I can take it.
No,
Right.
you did.
All kinds of pleasure, be it forbidden or something small, is heard by Lucian. He knows all of your dirty thoughts and revels in it. There is a great uncertainty if Lucian is the first god of pleasure, or if he has taken the place after another. His features are faintly human, but there is a faint, devilish appearance to him. Another widespread thought is that Lucian is the father to many of abominations that walk upon Auber. That he, together with be it monsters, humanoids, or beasts, have fathered children who roam the world. These children are vastly powerful, being part gods. The followers of the good of lust are divided into two churches. One church is of the belief that you should indulge your lusts, wholeheartedly so. The followers of the church of lust wear scarlet sashes over white robes. Around their necks hang a necklace depicting an open mouth. The other order, the Church of Chastity, is one at the other end of the spectrum. Their sash is white, and their robes are scarlet. Their necklace, that of a closed mouth. All bit different, the two orders believe that both are following their god, and there is little loathing between them.
And this is the
Closed or open?
yes, this would be the
The sex cult.
no, it is not. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at the same time. Okay, there we go. Now you guys get a request, right? Where it's like, roll me this.
Mhm.
Nice. And then I can
Oh, that's sick.
tell you to blind GM roll me.
So we don't get to see it. Oh.
Saves. So what happens if you roll them now? You don't see them, right?
No.
What?
It's still there.
But you can't see it.
No. I mean the message I got is still there.
Mhm.
It's I can't see this. The saving throw is not as it's blurred a bit.
Yeah.
But I can still press the other two. So
Yeah,
yes, I gave you a prompt. To do
okay,
all
for three. Okay, yeah. I thought it was like a choose. Okay.
No.
And I get you.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
and I
have
can't
to
see
do
the
all of
result.
them?
Yes,
Yes.
before the prompt goes away. That's just me.
shit.
Nice.
Okay.
Looks very nice.
Ha ha ha. Okay, sorry. So we have a sex cult, more or less, but this one is not a like the sexy part of it. It is a chastity church. So as you turn the corner of the last street, you see the white sash and scarlet robes and the closed mouth necklace, and it seems to be some sort of a like end of sermon. There's a lot of people kind of walking out, and as you're coming up with like this wounded person, immediately a small road is paved for you so that you can come inside. A priest. Let's see. An older woman steps up, her hair ash, her eyes cloudy green, but her voice still strong. I can see that your friend is wounded. Get him inside.
Thank you.
We have a few beds still open.
Right.
That's what leading.
Yeah. She walks, and as she does, my name is Sister Ubella. What has happened to your friend?
I sort of like look to Uncle Charles.
Well, there was an Auber attack. The beast is dead, but our friend almost met the same fate. He's stable and doesn't seem to be dying, but we needed a clean place to dress the rest of his wounds and clean him off and make sure that we are okay while we are tending him too.
And sort of like pointing at him, like the wounds are mostly clean. This one and this one had deeper gouges, and they need to be the bandages or the clothing sort of needs to be removed and fresh bandages applied to stop the festering.
She turns to you. Did you perform healing whilst not having cleaned the wounds?
He was very, very bad off, and I was afraid he would pass to the other realm if I did not act quickly.
Well, you are going then to have to help me open your friend back up so that we can clean the wounds.
Of course. And I'll cover all the costs, of course.
Yeah, Sarah, don't you know? Like, if you were to just seal a
bad.
wound,
I know,
it's going
I know.
to get
I'm
very
acting,
bad.
dude.
You're acting too good, damn it!
Violet, don't you know that if you...
I'm a writer, god damn it. Yes, I do know.
You get into the back behind the large statue of Lucian, and immediately she brings out several leather-bound rolls and also a cooking pot filled with white, clean bandages. And she puts up one of the rolls to you. Open that, and there should be tools to open the wounds that you closed.
Yep. I go to open the I guess like a drawer or something like that. Take out all the things and put it up.
No. In the like rolled up like leather pouches,
yeah.
so you open them and.
Yeah.
Roll me a medicine, please.
Oh, let's hope this goes better than.
You can
I guess
roll it with advantage as well.
Ooh.
I still think that holding control and such still works.
It's a good thing it was advantage. Otherwise, it would have been really bad.
Nice. With precision, you cut open the wounds, and as she comes back, she starts kind of putting in salve into the wounds, and then waits for just a few moments before she scrapes it back out, lets the wounds close, and she then sews it close. And it's a very quick and effective job with you helping her, and takes only a few minutes. He wasn't as badly as you seem to have put, but I understand the worry for your friend.
He survived the entire trek here, but you never know when it pushes someone over the edge of the life force.
You should trust your own instincts, perhaps. Little less. And rely more on what you can actually see. For a healer, it is bad to jump to conclusions.
I'm still very new to... It's a new part of my life.
So what you're saying is you shouldn't overthink things.
Yes.
Just smile, look at it, like, not daggers, but like, oh, you.
And I just wink at you and just, yep.
He should stay here and rest for a few days until his wounds are properly closed.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're
Give me a second.
Oh, is it?
No. So I'm just thinking, old woman lived her entire life. She's a priestess. She has high ass fucking intuition. I'm thinking if she gives you a look, Charles, and she's like, "Don't you take anything on your way out." So she kind of just looks at.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. Like,
No, but she looks at you and she's like, "And you keep your hands in your pockets on your way out, please."
Of course. I imagine the scene if you guys have seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you know, where he wakes up in the castle with all of like the nuns and stuff like
Yeah.
and they're all taking care of him. He's like, "No, please stop touching me." And they're like, "No, we need to wash you." Get here.
So you are allowed to leave and come back out with your mind set more at ease. There is quite a lot of people now in the late afternoon as the Emir ward is starting to wake up again after a long night or a long day's rest, rather. To your east, there is a market that is about to close. If you guys want to take any fresh refreshments, be it food or drinks, Charles, what Kinnan would have told you is that he will deal with it, but you will have to go and grab the money from Old Man.
Yep, I can head to Old
Yep.
Man and just collect that money and
Yep.
thank you, crazy old fucker, and leave.
When
Actually,
you-
no, I'll smoke weed with him too before I leave.
Nice. Yeah. He definitely lets you smoke some oak up, and then I want you to roll me a wisdom save.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh my god, why did you do that yourself?
Because that's Oka's from the Onijaga jungle where I'm from. That's
Yeah.
like finding a strain like homegrown.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of home.
Alright.
Wisdom. Actually, I don't know if I ever changed my saves. Do warlocks get proficiency in wisdom saves?
They get charisma and
Probably like.
I don't think wisdom, because wisdom is
probably not.
clerics.
Yeah.
See,
I just
warlock
figured I should check.
is no, it is wisdom and charisma.
Oh, I told you so on Tim. That's like a D4 of inspiration.
You're giving yourself inspiration? That's not how it works.
So that's 9.
I can't see the roll if you made one.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's
You probably
So-
made. There we go.
yeah. I was
Okay.
doing self rolls because I was
Yes.
messing around.
Ooh.
Okay, and as you're about to leave, he holds out another cigarette, and you just feel the want and the need to stay here for just a little bit longer, and you don't return for that night. You spend your day just smoking and talking and reminiscing. Actually, this man has.
I was going to say like I'd want to sit and I would want to tell stories because he's like he's a little bit older than me, so it would
Yeah.
be like he would at least from when I was younger and there were things
Mhm.
he'd be like, yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking
He's
about.
actually traveled quite a lot, and the jungle, especially, has had a lot of the roots and herbs that he has experimented with.
Does
And
he have a name?
I'm wondering if he would give you the name. I think after some time he would probably.
I want to try making friends with this guy. It's nice to find somebody of a little bit of home.
Can you
even
really be
after all
friends with
these
an
years.
Oniyaga dealer?
He's not a dealer. He's
Purveyor.
yeah, thank you. He's a purveyor. You know, he's
Yeah, his name is
he enjoys
Versa
it.
Ilvari Meclarin.
Language
I
of origin,
spelt it
please.
out already.
Thank you.
So, yeah, and
Joshua,
What?
what are we supposed to wear?
Believe they would have clothing for us and uniforms.
Oh yeah, that was yeah, slipped my mind.
I don't know what it would look like.
Yeah.
clothes that cover everything but the sexy parts.
I mean,
God
that's
damn it.
kind of what I'm suspecting. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Just
cross,
a
cross-
t-shirt with rings around the boobs.
Yay!
And just
Yeah.
Like
hanging
Mean
out.
Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim, you show up
crotchless
with assless chaps.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
Crotchless and assless.
All acrobatic deck with advantage. Nice.
there's the old Comedy Central sketch, The Problem with Jeggings, and there's like the one girl that's like, what
Oh,
if I
yeah,
wear
yeah.
like a knot? And it's like, what? It's not a top? Like,
Yeah.
that's just not a shirt. Fucking get it.
Oh god.
Oh,
yeah.
well.
When you guys, or when Joshua and Violet gets back to the Lonely Darling, Kinnan is sitting there with feathers and blood on him, and he just turns and he's like, "Oh, there you are. Could any of you borrow me just like 50 bronze or a silver so I can go take a bath?"
Yeah,
Why do you wanna take a
I
bath?
hand him a silver.
Because
It's
give me a
nice look.
smell and you'll know.
Yeah, what happened?
Auber.
Oh, yeah. The thing that I didn't think existed.
You
Apparently it's
didn't?
real.
No. An owl and a bear? They
Well,
don't
it's
mate.
fucking real, all right?
Okay. I can see that now.
Imagine him sitting there with it like next.
Where's Charles?
That's a good question.
He went to go to somebody and
I was-
yeah.
Yeah, he was gonna get the money, I think, for. I think
Well,
this.
good. Then I'm gonna go and meet him there. Don't wait up.
Oh, I won't. Is the
Take care of
bard
yourself.
here?
See if the bar's in today.
Just
I am
imagine you
not
asking.
gonna
Sorry,
let
the bard
you-
met a very sudden, unfortunate end. A chamber pot came out of a window and he suddenly died. He's no longer alive. My condolences.
No, the bard is standing there and he's playing
Oh.
angry sex songs.
Angry sex songs.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh no.
Do I need to start bonking people with
you
sending
need to
them
stop
stories?
bonking her.
And I'm gonna bonk both of you. You enable her.
Well, I start, looking at him and like just flirting with him and just showing
Like-
him that I'm open for it.
We can have a code word for this. Whenever the bard is there, you just say the word, and I know what you want to do.
Boink.
And the bard will 9 out of 10 times be on with it as well.
Okay.
The 10th time being that he has to work.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, what if there's another lady vying for his?
Oh,
I don't think you dare when Violet is having
Oh.
your attention.
Yeah, she breaks eye lines like,
Yeah.
You were saying.
"You're in the wrong tavern, bitch."
So yeah, I'm gonna say
This
boink. That's.
For the both of them.
I don't know his name.
He has just started this.
You're gonna boink boink.
What is? We need a good name for this. What is the name in?
Name for what?
Give me a second.
Swinglish.
Because
No.
you should know, Sarah. If I say the name of the bard is William Thatcher. What does that ring a bell?
Yes,
Like
it does.
Margaret
Why?
It's Heath Ledger in A Knight's Tale.
Yes. Yes. I love that. Oh
Oh,
my
that's such a good
god.
movie.
Thank you. I'm never gonna stop this.
Rest in peace, the Joshua ship. with Violet.
Oh no, that can still happen.
Yeah, I
She
mean it's
wants
just
to
some
reverse
casual
harem.
Well,
casual
She wants to
casual
reverse harem.
point.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just trying
Boing,
to get
boing.
on, his good side.
Yes.
Get under
When
his
you are, at the highest of the high, Charles, the door thunks, and it sounds like it's coming from underwater, like. Hello? You hear like, hello?
Woman.
Kieran opens the
Front of
door
my
like,
head.
what the fuck are you doing?
And he's just gonna start laughing, and the other guy just start giggling. And at this point, when he opens the door, like you just see all this smoke like hazing out into the street.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a fire in here. Oh,
How
I
much have you
spent-
been smoking? Too much.
How much of the reward money did he give us? 20?
I didn't give you any reward money.
Didn't? Oh, this
No.
is good shit then.
Did you come here to just take the money and then leave, and then ended up? Right. I got the other job done. We have a decision to make. I didn't tell the others. I don't know why I didn't, but I felt like it was out there. Anyways, we can get a handful of silvers, or we can get some pretty tasty information about a place we can hit.
What?
He's like, all right, I guess we're taking this tomorrow then.
He'll stand up and he'll start wobbling over.
He like walks over and just takes you on your shoulders and just slaps you back down in one of the beanie bags.
Oh.
And he's
just
like,
kind of thinks.
he looks around. As long as nobody's here to tell, goes around and closes the door, sits himself in one of the beanie bags, and just like
Joins the opium
out.
den.
What?
Yes.
And then you wonder, where did Kinnan go?
Where did Kinnan go?
That's when he learned gaseous form.
Absorb elements.
So basically, his contact can either give you a total of 50 silver for the Auber parts, or he can give you an address and a time when a homeowner won't be home for a good 8 hours guaranteed. And the homeowner is an alchemist.
Okay. Right.
So there's a lot of alchemical ingredients and potions and other things that you might be able to come over. So you will have to choose sometime which one you want. The night passes. The bard may have ended his day a bit earlier than he should have. The bar owner not very happy about it. But Joshua ends up being alone and going to sleep first, I'm assuming. Then nobody else being there. So there's quite spacious to sleep up there alone. It doesn't smell too bad either.
Sort of try and rest my legs on the other bed, like I could probably slide them together now, and then
Oh, you don't have beds. You have just mattresses.
Yeah, or I'm just I'm getting more combining together, like trying, nudging it, no,
Yeah.
no, I'm just lying my own side,
Kinnan and Charles wake up early morning feeling as if though they have ate half the Sahara Desert and forgot to
It definitely gives you a wine hangover too. You just wake up and it's like that temple pulsing headache where you're like,
yep.
Oh.
Kinnan looks at you. Could we not tell the others about this? Thank you. I know a good place to go and eat. It serves very refreshing thing. It's just outside. You go out and you get milkshakes, actually. So on the outside there are freshly pressed mango, strawberry, passion, raspberry milkshakes that they give you together with a piece of freshly baked bread for nothing but a few copper coins. So in total you pay maybe 10 copper. And you're asleep, Sarah.
Just my lactose intolerant Charles.
I think
Joshua.
Yeah, I would try to go pretty early. Probably went to bed pretty early and go up early. Go to the temple and first check on Oscar to make sure he's okay, and then offer to help. Not
That's
necessarily to repay, but just
a way to go. Yeah,
but just to help.
They would probably tell you that he's okay. Outside, you wouldn't get to see him.
No,
and they'll tell you that they don't need you. Thank you, anyways.
Yeah.
Then you're heading to Sir Panthea's.
Yes.
I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
see if there's anyone who needs help in the congregation.
Yeah. So the Sir Panthea temple is one of the 6 primal gods. And did we ever read the Sir Panthea one? I
don't think we did.
So we'll do this now. Tim says as he's accidentally closed the thing that he wanted to have.
My PDF now!
No, my PDF. So I guess I'll read this. Serpanthia, goddess of evil and good. The youngest of all the primal gods, Serpanthia is the judge of all actions upon Auber. Serpanthia has 2 heads and 4 arms. It is believed that there was meant to be 2 gods to wield the reins of good and evil within the universe. Many speculate that it is due to good and evil being subjective that only one god was needed. Serpanthia listens to those that pray to her, judging from the point of the beholder. She might lend her powers to someone wishing to kill another as an act of revenge if she believes it justified. Her place in the universe is unclear, as she is fluid in her nature. The other gods are uneasy of her for this reason. Her followers wear a red mask covering half their face in an attempt to convey the split nature of their goddess. There have been records of followers of other gods gaining the favor of Serpanthia in addition to their own, their powers surging for a shorter period of time. Serpanthia has been found to stand on both sides of struggles many times. Her allegiances unknown, and so are her motives. So, in comparison to the normal gods, she is very different. And as you come early morning, just as the night sermon is ending, you see a flock of these red masked figures leaving. Some of them would probably see you have something. Do you have something openly towards us, especially when you're closing in on the temple?
I think it would be more on display. Like I imagine it's
Yeah.
sort of not prayer beads necessarily, but like something that holds the symbol to have it like sort of hanging probably over my and as a necklace basically, but probably hidden during day.
Yeah. So as they see, they'd give you the nod.
Yeah, and I would turn.
As you enter the morning sermons, who's kind of taken over the day personnel, they're in the midst of cleaning, so a lot of water buckets and just sploshing around. And as they see you come, I think without even talking, there's just this silent kind of, here, take this, give your part.
I just go up and like nod and then start cleaning, preparing.
So temples are a weird thing, Joshua, aren't they? Because
yes, I would say he's probably been in it for a couple of weeks at least. Been and like trying to acclimate or like get used to it, but it's still very new to him. So he's very awkward in a lot of places.
Yeah, and also for other people, it's like when they come to a temple, it's we can talk to our god here because there's a statue and such, but because of your powers, you've never really needed the statue.
No.
And being here doesn't really provide you with any feelings of being closer to your god either.
No. And I think that's sort of conflicting inside him because a lot of people are coming here to, and he doesn't get why people are coming, but he's still doing it. Just like maybe it just takes a while. Maybe that's when it gets stronger, or like the good work, and like probably talking to other people of similar faith, he probably has more of a connection and more deeper understanding of his deity. Yeah, but probably not when he's just sitting here, like just being in the temple. The temple necessarily doesn't do it for him. It's more the people and the connections.
So this temple being to kind of showcase the split nature of the goddess is split down in the middle in red and a nice color to accompany red would probably be blue. So we do red and blue here. So the floor is also like just straight up in the middle, split, and as you're cleaning it, it goes from being filled with mud and grease and just other dirtiness to being very clean and nice. There's a sprillans rent. What's the English word for that, you think?
Sparkling clean right now.
Yeah, almost like when
spotless,
whenever
I guess. Yeah, spotless. Yeah.
Pristine.
Yeah, pristine is probably the right word for it. Yeah. And as the last dirt spot is removed, the doors are opened for the people who wish to come in. Usually, smaller churches in towns that isn't the capital holds like morning congregations to give out food to people who aren't even following and such as well. But because this is smack in the middle of the capital and there are so many other temples to do that, this is more of a, hey, come in and see how rich we are church, especially here in the Holy Hexagon. So people come in and they stride silently up to the goddess. They offer a few pieces of money and such. And could you roll me a perception?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh,
someone's stealing the statue.
They take the 80-foot statue under the arm and walk away. No. There's two times happens during your short period here where two men, different occasions, maybe 15 minutes apart, walk up to the same brother and hands him a very hefty sum of money. And then they say something and they leave.
And you said it happened twice, right?
Twice.
I sort of look like I sort of try and like remember the face of who received it. But I assume there's other things going on, like like in cleaning, or is he? I assume he's still busy with the other people coming and go. It's
Yes.
I would probably want to talk to him once it sort of like the service sort of goes down and it goes more into a quieter town.
You could definitely find your time during the morning to speak to him, and let's see if you actually get him any time where he's alone. However, not particularly. There's always like another cleric in earshot at least.
Yeah, I wouldn't press it. I would sort of save it because it's like it's not really my business. It's more of a I'd like to know, like
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily jibe with what Joshua would want out of this church, essentially. Like he doesn't necessarily like the rich or the showing off approach that the church probably has to try and compete, but it's not really for him.
Yep. So would you wait extra long to see if you can get him, or would you leave because it's nearing noon? And you have to be back to the Lovely Darling to get picked up. So.
Yeah, I think he would be more like he'd probably stay a little bit longer, but then like it's probably like, oh shit, like, and he's like not looking at his watch obviously, but like looking at probably the tower or like listening for the gongs, like sun is going down, like oh yeah, and then I just sort of leave without but looking back like one last time at him and like remember this person. Was it a man or woman who was receiving the money?
It was a man. Let's see if I can do this to you. I request you to roll me a d100.
Yes. Very nice.
So you don't get time with him. As for facial, maybe quite young, maybe about your age, maybe tiny bit older, has a... I'm thinking now, like, from what you can see on the side that isn't masked, there's a shaved... Woo! Welcome to Corona times, where the DM is trying to be happy with having no energy because of fucking Corona. But you see a very intelligent and perceptive brown eye darting around with maybe a bit of a crooked nose. That could definitely give you its help, but it's hard with the mask on.
Yeah.
And then you have to leave for the Lonely Darling.
Yeah. I'd say my prayers and hand over the equipment to probably some disciple or some other one to keep the service going, and then I leave for the Lonely Darling.
And as Violet stumbles out of one of the nicer apartments around, barely remembering anything except the exceptional sex that she received last night.
I gave as well. Boom.
We'll be writing stories about this one for ages.
Yes, he will.
William
conquered the mountain.
William stays behind, and you end up having to quickly shower and as you are stumbling into the Lonely Darling, you have like coming with their cloaks pulled up as high as it goes, slurping on large ass canisters of milkshakes, kind of just holding themselves outside of the sun, walking down the aisle is Charles and Kinnan.
I suspect they don't look. Do they look okay?
At this point, I think we're feeling better. Like it's early and we're groggy, but we're finding our step. We're full. Like we're hitting a milkshake.
Hi
So
guys. Rough
Well,
night.
Yeah. You?
No. Well, I mean, it depends on what side you were on, but no, it was nice.
She totally had sex.
What? Yeah.
I'm not going to ask.
No.
Anyways, my nephew, where is he?
Yeah. He's over at the
But you have no idea where the fuck he is.
No. I'm just. I
Okay.
don't care. Yeah, he's at the inn.
You stay holding your hand on the door, basically.
Oh.
Oh, he's totally here.
Well,
Yeah. So, and I just swing it open and look for him. Is he there?
You swing it open, and he's not there. And then he comes behind you, probably having heard this as well.
Probably hearing voices.
Joshua, you
There he
got
is.
your own mind. That's amazing.
This milkshake
What?
is freaking awesome.
So I just look at them like, I guess we made it on time.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Aye, as ready as I can be, I think.
Yeah. Don't overthink it. It's gonna be
Where were
awesome.
Where were you two last night? You didn't come in.
Auber cuttings.
yeah.
What?
We were dealing with the outfit and
But it was
things.
dead.
No,
Logistics
Yes.
of selling it and getting it back, and then it was
Right.
dark. We didn't want to wander the streets.
speaking
so we
of
just
which-
found this place.
we have a decision we need to make as a team. Haha. Like, if we
Uh-huh.
want to get money straight away, or if we want to get a nice place to hit up and steal some alchemy things.
Oh, yeah.
Money's not that good anyway. We're totally stealing shit.
What do we know about the person? I mean,
It's reliable info.
I meant
Okay.
I meant more of the character. Is he a?
We
An asshole.
can take a look at that while you go and have your, and you hear like as he's about the several hooves on stones as from one of the streets a carriage is coming. This beautiful brown with gold trim carriage stops right in front of Joshua and Kinnan. Opens up and you see an older woman kind of just look at Violet probably from the left side, just kind of wave her in, and then look around and wave you in.
Yeah.
Um,
Like a deep bow and then
Yeah.
go in.
Yeah,
as you
I go.
about to enter, she like just looks at you, Joshua,
Mhm.
and just your backpack.
I like sort of like look to Charles. Uncle, please.
Yes, Earl done a few minutes.
You take it, and as you get in, she immediately like just hands you two, those like black zipped clothes, like when you're
yeah.
wearing like
Covered.
what's it called? Like what
Like
the
the
fuck is it
tuxedo.
called? Like the
It's got a
hanger.
Cloth hanger, yeah. Cloth
Yeah,
hanger.
so a cloth hanger, and then it's a black like bag around it almost to
Protecting
to keep
the clothes.
protect. So
Yeah.
she just hands you this, undress now.
Okay. I do it.
Yeah, like a bit reluctantly, and then yep. But yeah, pretty, like, trying to turn slightly around.
Yeah.
And then
Do I
just
have to take the chastity belt off?
There is not a lot of space in here.
Yeah.
So it's like when the wagon bumps, it's like butt cheeks against butt cheeks.
Don't get any ideas here, Joshua.
like you did, like just basically blushing all over,
Yeah.
and not really saying it. Yeah, sorry.
You are given golden turquoise clothes, and they don't fit so well straight away, but the woman seems to be a tailor, and she kind of moves her hands over the part that doesn't fit and immediately like resizes it through magic as she's kind of going over it. So for Violet, you're giving this like gold dress with the fluff from the dress that kind of extends out is turquoise, and then some of the buttons and such are turquoise as well. Whereas Joshua, you have gold pants with a black belt together with black boots, and the shirts as well black, and then gold, and then underside is turquoise. And she fixes your hair as well because you look like a grunt, and she does
Me?
Violet's hair. Yeah, both of you. She does your hair like up in a large, big, beautiful braid that just falls down, and with the colors as well in your hair, kind of makes it even more exploded than normally. And
Amazing.
you make one more stop, which is Liza's house. Madam wants to go over a few details with you.
Of course.
She opens the door, and you are let into the house. And Liza again comes walking down the stairs nude, and just steps into her wardrobe, just puts on some very simple clothes and walks out and starts berating you guys how to act throughout the night, basically. So the next few hours is basically you have to do this when you do this, and you get the idea, like, surely if this woman was a proper noble woman and had lots of money, she wouldn't have to go through this. So
it's almost like a con, yeah.
Almost like a con, yes. It is
Or like,
definitely feeling like that almost.
Or like trying to portray a front, like, oh, I'm so well off, but maybe it's not going so well for the household. Yeah.
Yes, and I think that's a place where I need a break to see if I can even continue, because
Yeah.
It's
Take it
understandable.
easy, man. All right, so we're heading on for a break, and before that, I just want to say thank you so much to CG Sapphire. Did I say it right? I hope I did. Thank you so much for the
Zephyr,
raid.
I think.
Zephyr?
Yeah, Zephyr.
Okay. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Oh yeah, I have to talk. I realize because I'm
We can do it if you want.
Oh, yeah, no. Unfortunately, the corona is having a beating in my body, and I can't do anymore. Oh, Sarah, we see the wrong things. We're getting the Twitch, and now it's infinite times.
Help
Shit.
Infinite corridor.
I did nothing.
So we now saw Sarah's web history, and we could see like the things that she's been into. If that would have been me, it would have been completely different. So it's
I
it's good
mean,
it wasn't mine.
Ryder.
How to kill your party.
How
Yeah, we
do
don't have
you?
to see you use 9gag.
Well, thank you very much for those that tuned in, and hopefully we get to do a session next week, and I don't die from the Rona.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully
no,
not.
because-
We'll give you advantage on the con saves. We'll help you.
Either way, to just information, I'm gonna stream my game tomorrow on this channel. So in about 24 hours, I'm gonna go live with that. So please join me for that because it's gonna be cray up in there. It's always cray when I'm DMing because I suck at it. Yeah. I'll see if we'll raid. Maybe. Well, I'll see. And thank you
raid my
everybody
house.
for the raid. And yeah, love ya.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.